Okay, welcome everybody. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the pathways into the Honors Bachelor of Information Technology Cybersecurity degree. I'm just going to wait maybe a couple more minutes to see if we have any other attendees before we get started. Okay, so it looks like we have a good group of students that are here today. So just before we get started today, I just wanted to let everybody know that unfortunately the coordinator of the cybersecurity degree had something come up with her family, so she can't be with us, unfortunately. So I will be hosting this session myself, and I will present her slides for her today. And if you have questions at the end, about the pathway, anything you need me to reiterate. I can go back to particular slides if you'd like. That's not a problem, but I would just ask that everybody hold your questions until the end, and we can certainly get to those. So without further ado, again, I'd like to welcome you to this presentation today. We're going to be looking at how graduates of select Ontario college diploma programs can further their education at Seneca and earned the Honors Bachelor of Information Technology Cybersecurity degree. So the Academic Pathways team, I'll just tell you a little bit more about us. We provide a number of students to help students continue their education at Seneca, including application information. We do virtual advisement appointments one-on-one with students. We do information sessions, and then obviously pathway events, much like this one. Our institution offers a lot of exciting pathway opportunities into our own programs and those at institutions beyond Seneca. We are the #1 college in transfer pathways, and we are proud to have a multitude of partner institutions in the GTA, in Canada, and even internationally. So before I go over the agenda, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is June, and I am the Inbound Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways Office at Seneca. So today we're going to go over why you should consider a Seneca degree. We'll talk about why this particular degree may be right for you. We'll go over the available pathways into this particular degree program, and we'll discuss eligibility requirements and details about course exemptions. We'll also discuss an exciting scholarship opportunity that we have for degree students who have completed a diploma program in Canada. And finally, we're going to outline how you can apply for this diploma to degree pathway. So Newnham campus is one of Canada's largest college campuses. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it is located at Finch Avenue and Highway 404 in Toronto. And this is where the Honors Bachelor of Information Technology Cybersecurity degree is offered. The campus has undergone some major builds over the last few years, and the biggest addition is the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, or SITE, as it's commonly called. It has 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories, bringing together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. On this particular slide here, we've got a link to our campus tours webpage on Seneca's website. You can do a virtual tour of the Newnham campus, or you can even book an in-person tour. So you may be asking, why should you consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic? #1, we offer specialized programs. Our degrees are career focused and aligned with current jobs in the labor market. Our professors and instructors are industry professionals who often work in the field and are bringing current knowledge to the classroom. They might also act as your industry connection once you're ready for graduation. Our class sizes, if you compare them to a university, obviously they're much smaller. So this ensures you have, more one-on-one intimate time with your professors. They know you by name. You're not just a number. All of our degree programs also have at least one mandatory work integrated learning term that is required prior to graduation. Obviously, the importance of this is that you'll have some work experience to add to your resume, which makes you an attractive candidate. Honors bachelor degree programs at Seneca are also eligible to apply to master's and graduate level studies, provided you meet all outlined admission requirements at the receiving institution. Our team also hosts a master's and graduate studies expo annually every fall. At this event, students have the opportunity to connect with institutions for more information about their post-grad studies and how you may be eligible. So I'm going to provide a little bit of information on Anna's behalf, since she isn't able to be here with us today. So she provided some slides discussing the IFS degree in a bit more detail. So this program curriculum reflects progressively complex levels of skill, knowledge, and analysis associated with cybersecurity. Throughout the program, students develop a comprehensive knowledge of vulnerability and threat assessment, risk management, attack scenarios, incident response, data analysis, and network and operating system infrastructure. The program is laid out such that in initial courses, students will focus on managing and securing operating systems and networks from the individual endpoint computer up to and including services provided in the cloud. In the third and fourth semesters, students will learn a more abstract application of these same principles as the emphasis shifts to developing investigative strategies and how to apply analytical skills using a combination of attacking and defensive tools, techniques, and procedures. In the final 2 years of the degree, students will synthesize information to solve real information security problems and implement complex and creative security solutions in class settings through research and during 2 work integrated learning terms. The IFS degree is currently the only degree of its kind offered at an Ontario college. However, we have identified 4 other security/IT degrees in the GTA market that appear similar but have some important differences. Those joining IFS after completing their diploma program from Seneca will have an edge over all these programs as we keep our curriculum aligned to computer systems networking, and computer systems technology, so that the graduates of these programs will benefit with the most number of credit. Our degree is focused on systems and networks as opposed to Sheridan. Their program is targeting application security. Ontario Tech University's focus is on IT in general, such as computer systems, infrastructure, and network operations, whereas Seneca's IFS degree focuses on networking and data security. Our IFS degree provides a greater depth of knowledge and skills in information security, including subjects such as cryptography, encryption, forensics, and risk management. The University of Toronto's degree program does not provide work experience for students, which is sort of the case for most university programs, whereas Seneca provides, as I mentioned earlier, 2 separate mandatory work integrated learning terms. The IFS Work Integrated Learning Experience was designed in collaboration with the WIL department to provide meaningful work placement opportunities and to support a student's capacity to achieve the program learning outcomes. The Work Integrated Learning Experience provides an opportunity to engage in productive and career-related work that allows you to apply what you have learned over the course of your academic studies in a hands-on environment. It combines preparatory classroom-based education with a structured job experience, enabling you to develop your professionalism and interpersonal skills, business acumen, marketing skills, and an understanding of real-world expectations of employment and work environments. Seneca's placement rates are on average more than 96%. On the screen, you can see the list of some of the department's most engaging WIL employers, which also includes a number of financial institutions and corporations. Based on the data reviewed for this application, there is a strong labor market demand for graduates of the honors Bachelor of Technology Informatics Cybersecurity degree. The program responds to industry needs analysis, express student interest, and employer support to meet a clear economic need and gap in the labor force. Job prospects for an information security analyst are really good. So you can see here, there's a list of job titles. These are actual roles that many of our IFS alumni have gone on to do. So it's quite a comprehensive list that you can see there on the left side of the screen. And then the academic area has also provided some information about a prior graduate named Todd, who completed the IFS degree. And he said that IFS laid a resilient and well-rounded technical foundation for me to pursue many different work opportunities during my co-op with a large consultancy. By covering a wide range of security-specific topic areas and ensuring that our evaluations were practical, project-oriented, and inclusive of soft skills assessments, I was better prepared to work across teams within the security consulting group and position myself as an irreplaceable member of the organization. Okay, so let's get talking more about the actual pathways into this degree. So this exciting opportunity allows eligible Ontario College diploma graduates to take their diploma studies further by completing Seneca's Honors Bachelor of Information Technology Cybersecurity degree. So you can see the chart on this slide. There are 3 diploma programs that are eligible for a pathway into an upper semester of the IFS degree. To be eligible, you must have graduated from one of these diplomas within the last 5 years with a minimum GPA of 70% or a 3.0. So the 3 eligible programs are the 2-year Computer Networking and Technical Support Diploma, the 2-year Computer Systems Technician Diploma, and the 3-year Computer Systems Technology Advanced Diploma. So graduates will enter semester 3 of the IFS degree in the fall, the winter, or the summer term. Eligible graduates of a 2-year Computer Networking and Technical Support Diploma who start IFS in the fall will complete the remaining 30 courses over 6 semesters, plus their 2 work-integrated learning terms. As I said, students can also start the degree in the winter or summer term, but because of course availability during those times, you will complete the remaining courses over 7 academic semesters and 2 work terms. Eligible graduates of a 2-year Computer Systems Technician Diploma or a 3-year Computer Systems Technology Advanced Diploma who start IFS in the fall will complete the remaining 28 courses over 6 semesters plus their 2 work terms. And again, you may also start the degree in the winter or summer, but due to course availability, the path to completion is a little bit longer. It will be 7 academic semesters and 2 work terms. So the big question is, how would you apply for this pathway? So if you're a current Seneca student or a graduate within the last year, you would complete and submit the Diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways Transfer Form to the Service Hub. There's no fee to apply. You don't have to worry about submitting a copy of your transcript either, because our admissions team will have access to it. If you have been away from the college for more than a year, but no more than 5 years, you would be required to reapply to the college, and then that's when an application fee would apply. Again, at this time, though, you wouldn't have to submit a Seneca transcript, as admissions will be able to access a copy of it since you're a Seneca student. So if you're a domestic student who's been away for more than 1 year, you would reapply online at ontariocolleges.ca, making sure to remember that you select degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. If you're an international applicant who's been away for more than 1 year, you would apply using the international online application, which you can find on Seneca's website. And then you would follow up with your admissions advisor through the Service Hub to inform them of your pathway eligibility. So in terms of deadlines, there are no hard deadlines to apply at Seneca. As long as there's still space available in the program, the admissions teams will admit you up until 4 days after classes start. but it's always better that you apply a little bit earlier. So if you're a current Seneca student and you're due to graduate, I would submit your application form when you enter your final semester of your diploma, as long as you're sitting at a 3.0. So this would allow you to get potentially a conditional acceptance from admissions. The conditions being obviously that by the time classes start, in whether it be the fall, the winter, or summer, whenever you're set to begin the degree, you will have graduated and maintained that 3.0 GPA. Students who have graduated from an eligible diploma program at another Ontario college would apply for this pathway in one or two of two ways. It's sort of similar to our students who have been away for more than a year. Domestic applicants would apply at ontariocollege.ca, making sure to remember to select degree completion as their entry semester when applying. And then international applicants would use Seneca's international online application found on our webpage, and then follow up with the Service Hub to inform them of your pathway eligibility. In both cases here, you would also have to provide an official transcript from your home institution showing that you are in one of the eligible programs, that you're set to graduate, or that you have already graduated and maintain that GPA. Again, same thing. There are no deadlines in this case. If you're an external student coming to Seneca from another Ontario college, you have up until the fourth day of classes to apply, as long as there are still spots available. But again, it always makes sense to apply early. So at least in your final semester of your diploma, that way, you'll get your admission, you'll have paid your deposit, and you'll be ready to go when course enrollment starts. So I did mention I was going to chat quickly about a scholarship. So we have a scholarship called the Diploma to Degree Scholarship. It's open to all students, regardless of pathway eligibility. This is a one-time monetary award of $2,500 to graduates of a Canadian diploma program who have an incoming GPA of at least 75% or a 3.3. So the GPA requirement is a bit higher than it is for the actual pathway. This award's open to international applicants as well who have completed a Canadian diploma program. Eligible students would apply through their student home account, but not until they are enrolled in the degree full-time. If you've got questions about this particular scholarship, the application process, or you want to see what other financial awards and bursary options there might be, I would review the financial aid office webpage for that information, or you can connect with a financial aid advisor through the Service Hub. So just a couple helpful resources. We've got a couple QR codes up on the screen here. We always encourage students to review the inbound transfer guide on the Academic Pathways webpage to see if your Ontario College diploma is eligible to pathway into this degree. Also, within those outline pathway details, you'll be able to review what are called block maps and completion plans. Block maps are a document that outlines the degree courses you would receive credit for based on the available pathway. So those would be all of the courses that are highlighted in yellow. And then the completion plans would outline how and when you would complete your remaining degree courses in addition to your work terms. As we've discussed, this particular degree, you can start in fall, winter, or summer. So if you start in fall, you would use the completion plan for fall. If you start in winter, you would use the completion plan for winter, and then the same thing for summer. If you would like to connect with our team to ask more questions about the pathways that we've discussed today, we've also got a link on the screen to our virtual advisement booking system. We'd be more than happy to assist you if you wanted to chat one-on-one some other time. So you can do that there as well. And those two QR codes are there to help you with the guide and the virtual advisement system. So that's going to wrap up the presentation. But before we get to questions, if you have any questions that you think of after the session is over today, definitely reach out to our team if you have questions about the pathway, how to apply, if there's anything that confused you. We've got our email address, our phone number, as well as our social media handle. We always suggest that students follow us on social media to stay up to date on new pathways and then pathway events, because we've always got something going on. If you've got some really specific program questions about the IFS degree, we've got Anna's information there. She is the coordinator for the IFS degree program, who unfortunately wasn't able to be with us here today. But if you've got some really specific questions about the program, courses, the work term, jobs post-graduation, she'd be more than willing to help you. So you can send her an email there. Okay. So I think at this point we will take some questions. Let me just open this up here. Okay, so we've got one from somebody who graduated CNS in 2012. Is this program also available online? Okay, so this pathway, the IT programs at Seneca are pretty strict about eligibility and in terms of once you graduate. So there is a cutoff for 5 years post-graduation. So if you graduated longer than 5 years ago, unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible for the pathway because they want you to have current academic knowledge. You can definitely still apply for the degree if you are interested. It just means that you would be starting from semester one, unfortunately. This degree program is not offered online. I do believe that there are some, it's delivered in a hybrid delivery format. You can see that on the IFS webpage. Maybe Sam, if you haven't already, I'll just get you to put the link to the program page in the chat there. So you can see on the courses tab of the IFS webpage how they're currently offering courses. So some of them are in person strictly, some of them are hybrid, which means, some of the coursework will be in person, some of it will be online, some of them are strictly online, and it doesn't look like they have any flexible options from what I can see. But this does change from year to year as well. So it is unfortunately not available to do fully online. If Nirav, if you've been working in the industry for more than 25 years, one thing you could discuss with the coordinator is something called PLAR. So that's prior learning and work experience. I'll put the link to that on the page. So it's where you can actually use like work experience as opposed to academic experience for credit. So that's a process that's facilitated through the Office of the Registrar. So I'm going to put a link to that in the chat box so that you can take a look at that. That might be a good option for you. How long is the degree program? I'm going to go back to the slide where we have all the information about the pathway. So you can see here. So depending on like all the programs, if you start in the fall, it's a bit of a quicker turnaround to completion. It's 6 academic semesters plus your 2 work terms. But then if you start in winter or summer, it takes a bit longer. It's still the same amount of credit that you're getting. It's just because degree courses are not available every semester. So the completion plans that they had to create for winter or summer just meant that unfortunately it's going to take you a little bit longer. Those completion plans are really important because, as I mentioned, degree courses are not available every semester. So if you missed a course that's only offered in fall, let's say, you might have to wait a full year to take it again. And then if that course is a prerequisite for any future courses, that could really set you back. So the completion plans kind of take the guesswork out every semester. So you know exactly what courses you need to take at that time each term. So definitely keep an eye on those inbound completion plans because they're really going to be helpful for you in terms of planning your timetable each semester. Thanks, Sam, for putting up the program page. So yeah, you can check that out to see what how courses are offered currently. Like I said, it can change from year to year in terms of delivery, but it is a hybrid program. It can't be done fully online. And it is also a full-time program, meaning that it's Monday to Friday classes during the day. There's no evening studies for this as well. Question about well, international students have issues with regards to taking this program in future since I only have a 2-year study permit and a possible 3-year. That's hard for me to say. I'm not an immigration specialist. I believe that this program is on the postgrad work permit list at this point. I'll double check that for you. Um, it is, yes. So this one is eligible for a postgrad work permit. Um, Yes, I mean, it's hard to say just because that list is dictated by the government. We don't really have any control over it. At this point, it is. As for it being removed 2 years down the road, if you were to take a bit of a break, it's hard for me to say what that list will be like at that time. Oh, thank you. Sam has put the list of the programs at Seneca that are eligible for that postgrad work permit as well. So one question, it looks like questions have slowed down a bit for now. You can keep them coming if you've got them for sure. One question that we do get quite often from students is, they're maybe you're a student in your final semester and you don't think you're going to quite hit that 3.0 GPA, or maybe you recently graduated and you graduated with like a 2.8 or a 2.9. I will say that that minimum GPA of a 3.0 is a hard minimum. You cannot be eligible if you have a 2.9 even. Okay. So if you find yourself in that situation where you're getting close to graduation and you don't think that you're going to hit that 3.0, or you graduated with something below a 3.0, what I would suggest to you is to reach out to your student advisor for your diploma program right now and discuss possibly retaking some of your diploma courses to bump up your GPA either before you graduate so that your graduating GPA is a 3.0 or higher, or if you've already graduated, retaking some diploma courses to bring up your program GPA. Because if you graduate, you get a graduating GPA, and that does not change post graduation. However, students can come back, retake some diploma courses potentially, and bump up their program GPA to the required 3.0. So just keep that in mind. If you're in a situation now where you don't think you're going to get that 3.0, maybe it's worth connecting with your student advisor now to have that discussion about the potential of coming back either in summer or fall or whatever to redo some diploma courses to get you to where you need to be for the pathway. Another question that we do get quite often is students whose program is not an eligible program. Unfortunately, these are the three programs that are eligible. So if you are in a program that is not, again, for sure, you can definitely apply for the program if you are interested in it, if you meet the general admission requirements. But unfortunately, that just means that you are completing the full program and you're being placed in semester one. These pathways go through a really rigorous mapping, review, and approval process by external departments. So they're very, these are the programs. Anything beyond that, if we don't have a pathway, unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible. You would start from semester one if you were admitted. So it kind of looks like that is it for questions that have come in. So thank you for bearing with us today. I'm sorry that the coordinator wasn't able to be with us. Unfortunately, these things happen sometimes. But I'll put our information back on the page. And if you have any specific questions about the program and courses, definitely reach out to Anna by email, and she would be more than happy to assist you with those questions. Probably late next week, we will also be providing a recording of this. So that will be sent, if you're a Seneca student, that will be sent out to your Seneca email. If you're an external student, it will also be sent out to you as well. And then we will be putting the recording on our event page where you would have gone to register for this event. So thank you very, very much, everybody, for attending today. We do appreciate your time. Be sure to reach out to our team if you've got any questions about the pathway. We're more than happy to assist you. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you.